Vladimir Putin has been accused of not caring about condemnation from the West over the poisoning of a political rival. German Chancellor Angela Merkel has claimed that Alexei Navalny was poisoned for his criticism of President Vladimir Putin. She has demanded serious questions be answered by Russia over this issue and the details surrounding the leader of the opposition to Putin's government. However, Russian activist Alex Goldfarb has claimed that Vladimir Putin does not care about criticism from Western leaders. While on ITV's Good Morning Britain, Mr. Goldfarb argued that the Russian president only cares if he will be financially penalized or face sanctions or restrictions. He noted that while Ms. Merkel criticizes Mr. Putin, she still continues to pursue her expensive Nord Stream gas pipeline project with Russia. Mr. Shepard said, "Does Vladimir Putin actually care about the criticism and the focus that it brings them? He hasn't personally ever mentioned Navalny's name. This is even though he is the opposition leader. Putin has never publicly used his name, has he?" Mr. Goldfarb accused Vladimir Putin of poisoning Mr. Navalny and explained how the Russian president is feeling towards the West. Mr. Goldfarb replied, "Putin cares because otherwise, he wouldn't have ordered this poisoning. But he doest care about condemnation and protests in the West. He cares only about serious sanctions which would cause harm to his economy." Mr. Goldfarb then reflected on how Vladimir Putin has called the bluff of Angela Merkel regarding the poisoning. He continued, "For example, Mrs. Merkel criticizes Putin but at the same time pursues the building of this pipeline which is extremely important to Putin. The same thing happens all over the place. Words do not matter. Putin does not care about words, he cares about real pressures with bite." The Russian opposition leader became unwell on a flight from Tomsk to Moscow on August 20. The flight was diverted to Omsk where Mr. Navalny was first treated. He was later moved to the Charité hospital in Berlin and remains in a coma.